Okay, so welcome to Dreadnought Redux Part 39. I'm Rich, this is my channel, Armor Max Models, and just to make sure we get this out of the way, because I'm doing it for the veterans of the channel, I'm doing the dance before and at the beginning and the end of the video, so like, share, subscribe, hooray! Okay, enough of that silliness. Bunch of y'all are probably veterans thinking, hey, he is really perky. Did he drink a whole heck of a lot? Not enough. Others you may be wondering, is he on cocaine? No, I am not. But, why? Why am I so cheery? It's after Christmas and I'm a bit of a Scrooge. Okay, no, I'm not really a Scrooge. Yeah, you know, I'm happy that other people celebrate it and stuff, and I want other people to be happy. It's just, it's a really stressful time of year for me, so that's why that's here. But it's behind us, and by the time you're seeing this, it's probably 2021, so that mess is behind us. So things are looking up. Let's see how long I can keep this smile on. All right, that's enough of a joke. All right, so yeah, last time we were discussing this, and I did the audio for this morning, so you heard me dealing with my kids a little bit. They're all loves. I love them all dearly. That reminded me, though, of why I try to do these you know, filming sessions and these recording sessions at night, just to kind of, you know, keep things a bit higher quality for y'all. And yeah, so, but I've bumped into, once again, limited supply of custom photo etch that I make myself. Guess I need to make more of it, don't I? Oh boy, once more, with feeling. Yep, once more with feeling. Here's the photo etch. Alright, so as you can guess, I found some sandpaper and got this done. But wait a minute, does he look a little different? Well, so I finally got a good set of goggles, and let's just see how good they are, shall we? Where's my I guess can I do this without tweezers? I can't. Wow, I can. Sweet. Oh, fine. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. Finally. Little trippy on the eyes. I even found a little thing that I missed before, so I can hit it now. Yes. Oh, yes. I can finally see what I'm doing. This thing is blue. I actually have pretty good eyesight. I'm not gonna lie. I've been blessed by the eyesight gods or goddesses or entities or whatever deity gender you want to assign. I'm just gonna have to remember to breathe out my nose just to keep from fogging these things up. But wow, I can see. Now the real trick's gonna be manipulating and do this. Can I? Perfect. Oh, I actually have some pretty good depth of field here. Oh, nice. Amazing. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Enough of ranting and raving about my Christmas gift from my lovely wife. It's about time that we got this thing sorted out, isn't it? Right. Okay. Back to work. Alright, so just to bring this up here. So, to be honest, I know there's little bits where you can say, oh, Steam came up, but being honest here, this turned out a lot better than it could have. Okay, I know what I must do on camera now. Thank you. Oh, great, dark and powerful photo etching gods. I pay homage. Alright, enough of that silliness. Let's get to the part where I actually cure this. Alright, so as you can see, I've refilled the etchant tank because that's where it's because that's where that beautifully developed photo etch went. So I also got some new developers you can see there. That's going to sit there about 10 minutes aside, I think is what I'll do. I'm going to shake it around a little bit just to keep things going, you know, but not too much. I don't want this to splish splash. But yeah, so I'm going to do just about, you know, flip it over every 10 minutes in there, and we'll see if that works well. Okay, back to it. That'll be about right. So yeah, alright, all that camera flutzing around just to say, this came out really good. I can now get back to populating this little boy right there. And preferably some of his buddies too. Alright, that's what I wanted to say. And wowee, it's been like over almost 6 minutes into this thing, and I don't think I've put any background music in yet. Maybe I have. I'm just looking at this in the editing. So here I am, folding up one of those pieces I just photo etched, and trying to zoom in the camera, get a nice close-in view for everybody, while I go ahead and open up one of those paintbrushes I got over Christmas, and then try to think of how I'm going to do the painting. And then I go ahead and, well, take the brush and do the painting. Not a lot of thinning this brush for this painting because it's right on the metal. And, yep, there I go. Painting all the sides of it. Painting the inside, too, when I get able to do so. And trimming the brush just to trim off any little excess, you know, bristles that have been errant. I also decided to try using that soft-jawed tweezers that I also got, you know, for Christmas, but I found that those are just too big. So I'm going to have to stick with the really sharp, pointy ones until I modify them myself or whatnot, which I may or may not do. So here we go, zoomed into this deck, and I go ahead and start trying my hand at some weathering, which I guess ended up getting skipped in video and some other editing I had to do. Oh well. Now I'm just folding up another shell bin, filling it in with the white paint, and now that I have the correct piece for the job, just put it in. So as you can see, I used little dots of oil paint to try and make an area that was worn by people's feet, you know, in travel and stuff. There I go, painting the inside of that bin a bit more. And eventually, either it's this or next clip, I actually add a little detail. Yep. I go ahead and try my hand at adding a little sign. Or maybe I'm just doing some touch-up here. But I do end up using these... Yep, I'm adding a sign. That's what those bright goggles are for. And I'm going to mesh into it now in normal speed. Alright, so... to make sure I don't forget to say this, we bumped up to 17 subscribers! Thank you. I think it's Cosminatron for your subscription. Much appreciated, my good friend. So... well, you just saw me there when I broke out those goggles, and I know it's not going to come up. Oh, please, don't be broken. Okay. Oh, come on, you little sucker. Got it. Okay. There we go. Much better. Okay. So, anyways. So, what I managed to do here... not quite sure if you'd be able to see it with the camera, is I did a little something that I know is going to be really nice, especially on the Bismarck, but also for further, you know, sections of this. Let's see if I can actually zoom in and make it show up. You'll see what I'm talking about here. Can I... you can just barely see it in the camera there. Come on. Do you see it? A warning sign. Yep, I made a warning sign in 1/700th scale. Because, you know, you have to tell people not to smoke next to the explosives. Back then, it was probably also don't bang on explosives. Alright, so that is this modeling session done, because it's time for me to go to bed. So, well, I'll see you. For me, it's tomorrow, and for you guys, it's the next, like, half a second. And half a second has been had. Alright, just wondering what music I had in the editing. Sorry, so here I am once again making one piece. And I decided to make a couple pieces at once this time, trimming off the excess from my photo etch. And then I'll fold them up with the wide nose tweezers once I've got them down. So I do that, I fold them all up. And I gotta love time lapse. And I end up trying something, I think it's in this clip I try it, that bears dividends, yep. So I'm gonna put those all down, then I'm gonna, I guess here I'm trying to seal up the edges with some, I'm trying to seal up the edges, those little folds over, with some thinned out Tamiya putty. The idea is it'll look more solid, try to eliminate those gaps when I go ahead and do painting. Which, this might be the clip where I do that. First I spray with my surfacer as usual. It's Mr. Surfacer 1000 from Mr. Hobby, or maybe it's Gunsy or something is who makes it, I don't know. But after doing a lot of spraying, I mix up some white paint. And then the Tamiya paint, which I've mixed with a leveling thinner, and I go ahead and spray these until they are nice and bright white. And I gotta say, painting them like this, much more even, much easier, and I actually, the next sped up clip will kind of capitalize on that. So, but here we are. I take these little pieces, I go ahead and, well, I mutter because I see that damage I've done. And I put it in place, and I put it down somewhere because it's going to be like a crate or something. And so I go ahead, I fill everything, I put everything down, and then I paint off that top piece. And eventually, in another session, either I cover that up. Yep, I do some covering up again, but this time I also add some weathering again to show where people might have walked. And I do that next to, darker dot thing again. And then I trim out some more bits, just a chair and a desk. And I think it's about here that I get the right idea and realize I've been doing this wrong all along. And here's the idea. I'm gonna be outside of the review, sir. I just had a thought. Okay, I also brought something back down here. Where'd it go? Where'd the blue tape go? I found my blue tape and I brought it down here, so I thought. It is up and disappeared on me. Okay, oh well. Either way, I have a pretty good idea, though. Instead of painting these, one at a time, why don't I apply the lesson I just learned and, fold up a bunch and have a bunch of these ready to go? That sounds like a plan, doesn't it? So, I gotta go find the blue painter's tape, and then I'll go ahead and get started. So, yeah, I figured awesome music while I go ahead and start painting on more warning signs, and, well, I guess a fake plan for the, the shell or whatnot, just something to kind of, look like a wall plan in front of where I put the desk. But now you're going to see in the upper right corner, you're going to see that my hands are just going at light speed. I've gone the time lapse in this film is a little slower now in this section than I did for the part where I folded all this photo etch. But essentially what I did is I grew a brain, and I pre-made my shelves, my photo etch. I pre-made as much as I could, and then I painted it all on that mat. So you may see little close-ups in that upper right-hand screen, you may not. But again, it's that has helped me to make this a lot, in my opinion, faster. You also see that little blue guy, as I've tried to use it to do some pickup in a non-marring way. And being honest, sometimes the old ways are best. And in this case, for at least these really tiny things, I seem to be getting better results with the tweezers. You may see me once in a while wrap some tape around the little tines of them, or the ends or whatever, to make things go easier. And along with that, you'll also see I'm getting a lot of use out of a visor with a magnifier. So, yep, here we go. I've got the blue card, and I'm just, with the scalpel, removing some of the shelving. So, after removing bits, I then go ahead and plant them in various locations, using the very bright light as a guide. So, yeah. What do you think of this kind of way of presenting information, by the way, especially if I've got a lot of footage? Because for me, the majority of this, like, you know, I think it was a 2-week period, give or take, from the last time I put out 38, has been, yeah, folding all that photo etch and painting it. But I figured that's kind of boring, so let's keep it exciting and, you know, present this more glorified assembly stuff now. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I like things stupidly bright, I guess. Hey, you know, you gotta have things well lit to make everything easily seen, and it really did help me, especially because those goggles I have on also have a magnifier that light actually aligns with. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a you know, a sales bulletin for this, but yeah, they're awesome. If you get a set of your own, don't be afraid of the box. It actually seems to be pretty good quality for me so far. Although it does take a bit of adjusting. It was a bit, I used it a lot, so it was kind of rough in the eyes, but it really helps. So, and along with helps is music. So I've just changed the background track while I, again, paint another little room, paint a fake plant on the walls. I'm looking at the boxes I've done, and I realized that I didn't fill in the edges this time with the putty. I was kind of realizing that after I did it, and I should have done it before, so hey, you know, learn something new every day, right? So there we go, and merrily I go folding along. So, yeah, lots of little work off of the edge while I get some paints ready, and I start again painting another warning sign. So I do a black background, then I do like a white square, and then I try to do some red just to be kind of like a warning symbol in text. I think it works pretty good, all things considered. And I do red on that thing as well, and I think I might add some black to that, you know, plan thing on the table. So, yeah, we're in for some really great pictures when this section gets done. So you'll see me now that I've got that area done. I go ahead and I start adding machinery, because these side rooms are dynamo rooms, and so I've made some stand-ins for dynamos that I try to make almost look like them. They look nothing like the ones in the book, but the ones in the book, to really do them in this scale would be it'd be a miracle if even my 3D printer would be able to pull that off. Might be something fun to try, but yeah, I have my doubts. So anyways, there we go. Now that I got that, I actually do put a warning sign in one of those rooms. That's cool. So there we go. Yep, and there's the white, and then probably some red as well. Think of it as my, or no, black, I guess. Okay. Maybe some way to make the thing say, this machine has no brain, use your own. I remember seeing a warning sign like that posted somewhere, and I thought it was awesome. Oh, so it was red ink. Okay. Cool. So then after putting that away, I think I started adding some more shelves. Yeah, alright. Yep, must be trying to wiggle and tweak some places, some things. Yep, so there's some boxes, and you're going to see some other shelves on this thing too. So there were a lot of store spaces in this forward compartment. So that's part of why, part of what happened. Part of why I've ended up running out of these pieces and needing to make more. You'll also see up in that top right corner, I'm also making the machinery for these rooms. So I do some pre-assembly there. So there we go.
I think I may or may not also get to, covering those bright spots that had happened. And there I am now looking at that top room, trying to just at least make it so that it's even color. And I think this might be the rest of the video in terms of that, making those walls solid gray, maybe covering up some blemishes in the floor paint, that kind of deal. Which is kind of important, at least to me, to try and sell the illusion as much as possible. I guess that's the fancy word for making it look really realistic. There I go. Now I make a little desk. I guess I have a few more photo etch bits to add, which is good. There's the desk because I've tried to unify against some artistic license, shell working space, and all that kind of thing. So, yeah. There we go. Now I'm adding these. This is hydraulic machinery rooms, and then I guess that was a central telephone exchange or something in there, or some other kind of space and more of an office type of environment. All right, so there's that, along with some shelves that I'll add, and that's going to be all I really managed to get done. Because as you can see, I'm running out of stuff. And as you can see in the upper right, I made a large quantity of photo etch. So that's the way I'm going to do it in the future. Though. I'm going to make, for my own custom photo etch, I'm going to make a bunch of it, put it on a card like that, and then like spray and paint and all that beforehand, so that I can get nice, clean, even colors. So that was a really useful thing. So as I'm going to say in a bit, yeah, this is thanks again, 17th subscriber, and yeah, I'm going ahead now, and I'm gonna end up this video with a bunch of slow motion footage, or normal speed footage, I guess. Enjoy.
Alright, I'm just gonna put this last guy about here. Come on. Huh. Now this is the crazy bit. I was hoping that I'd have enough here to flesh out all the rooms. Let's zoom out so you can see. But, no, it didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Wow. Wow. I mean, I got 3 really good decks. I got 2 bare ones above them. And I'm out of the boxes for photo etch bit. Wow, that's... Well, that happens, I guess. I made a remark. I filmed it too, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put it up or not. But maybe I did, maybe I didn't. So yeah, that represented about 112 pieces being added to the. Well, no, this itself did actually represent 112 pieces, give or take, being added to the ship's model. So if that's only about 3/5 of what I need, less than that even, then I've got, let's say it's 60% of it, so I had 2 more thirds of that. That's 166 for a deck, and then it's about 60 for the pieces to make up the deck pieces themselves. So we're going like on 220 at least. And the kit normally is about 270 without all the little additions. I've made this kit immeasurably harder. Hold on, I've got like what, 4 or 5 compartments to be total here, give or take. So that's going to add about 1,200 give or take pieces. Actually, no, more than that, because we're talking, like 1,500 now? Wow, that rivals the Bismarck. I could have done the Bismarck and not done an interior on it. We'd be just about done by now. Hey, what can I say? Wonder how long it took for the builders to build it. Alright, so outside of all that fun camera trickery, let me explain what I did. First, about the big thing of water. It just wasn't quite going over this thing, so I added some water to kind of get it over that hump. I know it's going to dilute the solution, but I'm sure that this is some various chemistry diluted in water anyway. I'm not all that worried about it. I mean, I'm sure that this was like at some optimal concentration, and I've lessened it slightly, but it'll work. I know it'll still work. Worst thing that happens, tomorrow I go and I pick up some muriatic acid again and some whatchamacallit, some hydrogen peroxide. Wait, get that good and level there. So yeah, essentially I took some egg crate from Lowe's, some by the way, not paid by them, not endorsed, you know, all that legalese stuff that says I didn't even ask to mention them, so if they throw a fit, that's on them. But I also grabbed from the pet store, I grabbed some, I grabbed an air pump with 2 little outlets to keep even flow to 2 medium-sized air stones. I thought that their long ones were going to be too long for this. Now I'm thinking maybe it won't be. So yeah, there's that. And now, as you can see, because of the egg crate, right? When the you know, workpiece sits on that, there's gonna be minimal clearance to it. And because of all this agitation in the water, it's gonna have flowing water, and that way it'll actually be good to go. It'll actually, you know, keep moving the etchant. It'll keep etching. So that'll allow me to hopefully just set it and forget it, which will be great. You know, maybe move it every like 30 minutes or something, which would be really, really nice. Guess the only thing to do now is to take the new photo etch design that I've made and put it onto some metal and try it out. Because I've got some metal, so I've got a design. And the idea is I'll have shelves, actual dedicated shelves, and the boxes, and that's all that this fret is. So, still going to be getting plenty of use out of the little bits of photo etch that are down there. But, yeah, there's that thing. So, guess the only thing I wish I was able to include was a heater, but I don't know if the heater would live up to, you know, what's in here. I mean, I don't want to test that out, but I guess I could go and investigate that online. I might do that. Alright. Alright, so, in case that bit of camera trickery didn't make it clear, I took some of that egg crate, that's that stuff, that air pump, some airline tubing, 2 air stones, and held it all together with zip ties because those are plastic, and put it in my etchant bath. Then I figured I didn't quite have enough etchant, so I was like, crap. Oh, marvelous. I really hope that that's not things dissolving. Oh dear, is this stuff dissolving? Well, I shall see. It may not be. It might just be, you know, it might just be extra air in the system, which would make sense. Fingers crossed. I recognized the airstone as being from the aquarium trade and the micromark kit, so I'll have to see. Hopefully it works and doesn't cause something really bad. But yeah, so that is my new photo etching tank. That is my new etchant tank. Now I'm wondering if an aquarium heater would work in there too. Because then I could actually get it up to really good good temperatures, right? Elevated above the cool down here. I could like maybe get it pretty warm, and then use that to, you know, really have an some other kind of etchant bath heater or whatever, and then use that to get things really going. But for right now, I gotta clear this workspace. and put a new photo etch that I made of a new type of shelf that'll hopefully make it so I don't go to assemble them all by putting little bits of plastic in. And the boxes that we're all familiar with in rather large quantity. So I'm going to get hopping on that. Alrighty, so as I mentioned, I did a new photo fret design. We'll see how it etches in a moment, but I have found the biggest thing for, you know, the etching, right, to get it right, is to have this thing properly developed. So I'm about to see if a little experiment I did paid off. So far, so good. But I gotta undo all these. Hey, where's that photo editing, Rich? Well, come on. You know, I like to drum up this suspense. I need a good drum roll, or something like that. Alright, hold on. Come on. Which way are you gonna go? Other way. Okay, come on. There we go. Good, good. This one gets to come loose a little more. Alright, I think this one is the one that gets to come off. Yeah, oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. So this is the hard part of this setup, getting the thing out. Come on. Oh, there we go. Hold on. Come on, get out. That works too. There we go. Oh, geez. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Only like some of them didn't fully develop in. That's annoying. But a bunch of them did, so that's good. So this side developed perfect, which is great. The other side has this smudge in it. Now, hold on. Is my problem in my tooling somewhere? Is there some big old stain or smudge in this thing that's causing me trouble? That is a thing worth investigating, but that's neither here nor there because I do want to get this thing done. And even with the high attrition rate that goes, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25. So I got actually 50 little shelving units. If these all work right, I got 50 shelving units. Because they're actually up this way, not... yeah, hopefully I get to show you tonight. Alright. Let's... There you go, now you can see a little better. Alright, let's get it done. Alright, so seeing as this was kind of the final result of all that etching I tried, yeah, gonna have to do a bit more work on that bath. I think what it is that the sides were able to be all nice and bubbly, but the middle area isn't in that tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add bubbles to the center bit and make that work. But that is going to end up being on the next video. So, I am Rich. This has been our Max Models Dreadnought Redux Part 39, and time for the YouTube dance. Like, share, subscribe, hooray! Peace out.